Hi everyone, welcome back to Unicorn Dust Designs. My name is Sammy and today we are getting into the Spring Dollar Tree Mystery Box Hop. I am linking up with some very creative ladies. We all sent each other a box filled with 7 to 10 Dollar Tree items. Absolutely going to be a surprise, and we have to use all of the items sent. That is the challenge. So I'm going to be telling you more about the hop and the giveaway later in this video. So let's go ahead and get on it. All right, y'all. So Christie Creates DIY sent me these. She said that the unicorn stuff were just gifts for me. So cute. You guys, check out this coffee mug she sent my way. Oh my gosh, absolutely adorable, so thoughtful. And she gave me this sweet like unicorn mood ring, and I ripped that tag off right away and put it on. Yes, ma'am. Okay, so getting into the mystery items, she got me this blue, it's actually raffia and it's super beautiful, a bamboo cutting board, a sign, and next we have these awesome beads, which were super rough, some ribbon. We also got a random box, some aloha wooden stickers, those things, some leprechaun pots, which I despise, and these 3 plastic containers, which I loved. So let's go ahead and get on in it. Okay, so we're gonna start off with the sign here. And I am taking this sisal rope. Now this is from hardware stores. It has definitely a different texture than like the nautical rope from Dollar Tree, and it's a lot stiffer. So it works a little differently. So I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna start at a corner up at the top with our hot glue. You do have to hold this rope down a little longer. I chose to use this rope because of the light color. I'm gonna wrap this around. You do have to hold this down, like I said, a little longer than like nautical rope. And as you're coming around the corners, hold that down for like 30 seconds or it's just gonna pop up at you. So you guys, we're just gonna keep wrapping this around at least 4 times. I'm just gonna jump right to the ends. Didn't think you wanted to watch me do that over and over and over again. So I cut the ends off, just putting a little bit more hot glue on the ends, just, it doesn't really unravel, but you know, better safe than sorry. Then I took it outside, spray painted it. I wasn't looking for full coverage. Then taking this mineral chalk paint, I like tried to distress it down, but it wasn't showing up. And I was like, okay, that was a sign saying like, stop, you're done. You're done with this tray, okay? So after I'm done with that, I take these like beads. They're from one of those like brain games at Dollar Tree. One of my beautiful subscribers sent them to me, so thank you. And then doing it the lazy way, I just put these on the end of a paint stick or a paint brush, paint them, dry them. We're gonna do the same thing for the other 3. I only do 1 coat of these. Now I am attaching them to the bottom of my tray. I'm gonna use a little bit of super glue in the middle, then hot glue around it. And I am going to do the same thing for all of them. Try to make sure you could like line them up as best as you can. And that is it for our tray. So now using those containers that we got in these, I took the, I don't know, what are these, orange slices? And I'm gonna take the sticker part off of them. Did have to use my heat gun to get them off. We're gonna paint those with 1 coat of white chalk paint. We're gonna do that for all 3 of these here. I did make some decals on my Cricut machine, but you could use rub-on transfers or stickers. And I did blooms and bulbs. I thought it was cute, thought it was a little different than like farm fresh, you know, farm fresh flowers. That's what I was going to say. So I'm gonna continue to do the last one. After that, I'm going to take that mineral chalk paint again. I mixed it with my white paintbrush, and I'm just giving it a little bit more detail so it's not stark white. Okay, oh, a subscriber told me to put jelly on the rim of these chalk paints so they don't get crusty, and it works, just so you guys know. Okay, so now taking these containers, I'm wiping them with an alcohol wipe, and I can't believe I don't have these in my stash because they are really beautiful. We're gonna paint it with this blue. It was satin, so it showed up shiny, which I was not digging at all. So grabbing my plaid chip brush, I grabbed my white chalk paint and I distressed these down. I like distressing. I do it in like every video. It's my vibe. I think it adds more detail to a project. So you can leave it plain or you could distress it like this. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and finish that up. Then taking our little plaques, I guess we'll call them. We are going to, at first I was like, oh, I'm gonna make these super even. Then I was like, nope, you're going rogue and we're just gonna eyeball these. So just make sure that your bottles are all lined up so that we can try and get them the same height. But if not, we can say you did it on purpose. And we're gonna finish that off. Then we're gonna put it all together. I decided to use some Spanish moss. It's like my new favorite. I like that it's a neutral color. It's a great filler for so many things. I love it. And then I'm gonna grab these mini roses from Dollar Tree. Now, these are the light yellow. They come in a bright yellow as well, but I just love how petite they are and the simplicity of them. And you guys, that's it. We are done with this first DIY. From the mystery box, I used the sign, the wooden stickers, and the plastic containers. So I actually used 3-in-1 DIY with this one. So I hope you guys like it. Let me know down below if you are digging this DIY. And yeah, that's how. All right, y'all, that was the first DIY. I hope you enjoyed it. It's definitely been a little challenging with having the surprise DIYs because usually I already know what I want to make ahead of time. So this is definitely challenging, but very exciting. So how the hop works. We each gave each other a box. To see who I gave my box to, you're gonna click the link down in the description box and you are gonna hop on over to that person's video and you're just gonna repeat that process until you wind back up to the original video you started watching. Now, to be entered into the mystery box giveaway, you need to answer each person's mystery question down in the comments, okay? So y'all, in case you didn't know, I have 4 middle names. It is Sammy, Lottie, Louise, Lynn, Lee, Beltry is the last name. And I want to know, what is your middle name? So that is my mystery question that I want you to comment down in the description box. Make sure to go down, in the comments, and then go down to the description box, click the link to see who I sent my items to, and keep it going. We are going to announce the winners. I believe it was March 28th. So let's go ahead and get back into these DIYs. You guys, I'm a mess. I was like, yeah, digging this. Okay, yeah, that's it. Anyways, it's late. I am taking the bamboo cutting board and I am finding our middle spot. I am going to be drilling a hole because we are going to hang this up here. Now I'm painting the side of the cutting board because we're going to be using a white scrapbook paper and I just thought it would look better, I guess. I don't paint the back because it's beautiful as is. After that is done drying, I am going to take scrapbook paper or cardstock. It's actually from Cricut. And I go ahead and apply my hot glue directly to our cutting board, flip it around, and then I'm going to cut it out. Now, I don't know what I was doing, but I butchered the top of this. I don't know what happened here. So I end up taking my sanding block because I'm like, I got to smooth that out and like make it work. And after I am done sanding it, I take my paintbrush that had the white paint on it, just kind of fill in where like the wood was kind of popping out. All right, poke a hole back through. Y'all, this DIY is like so easy. It's kind of cheating, okay? Okay, so now I'm taking this burlap. Now this is burlap garland. It's from Dollar Tree. Found it in California this past summer. And we're gonna start by hot gluing the bottom. And I'm gonna take that side seam of the ribbon, attach that, then bring it around. I am going to hot glue it to the back. Now you don't wanna make this too tight because you wanna be able to stick florals in there. You could stick little notes and give it to a friend. This would be cute to like stick like a little gift card with a little bit of flowers in, little things. I don't know. So we're gonna go ahead and finish this side up. Again, just hot gluing it down. I'm just patting the hot glue. Now, I'm taking some twine. I double it up, putting some tape on there, looping it through, taking my coffee stained beads here, putting 2 of them on. Then I'm going to tie a double knot so our beads don't go anywhere. Tie another knot a little further up top so we have our loop. And now taking those same little florals, aren't these so cute and petite? I love them. Okay, so I thought I was done and then I was like, nope, I can use this box to make a plaque. So it easily comes apart. Sand the edges. I take Nantucket Blue by Waverly, paint it, and then I'm gonna go ahead and sand the top of this because it was super rough. And it ended up coming like this really great color. Okay, so these are the flexible stencils from Dollar Tree, and let me tell you, if you find them, pick them up, especially these because they're so cute. So this is just a stencil brush from Dollar Tree, and I am just dabbing that white chalk paint on there. It comes out so beautiful. Look at this. Yes. And I'm just gonna put some hot glue on the back of it and attach it. That's it. So in this DIY, we used the box and we used the bamboo cutting board. And y'all, the possibilities with this are really seriously endless because you could use any color scrapbook paper, any color burlap, or you could even use ribbon. So use your creativity and have so much fun with this DIY. All right, you guys, a little bit more about the mystery box giveaway. All you have to do is make sure you follow the hop. So click the next link down in the description box and make sure you answer each of our mystery questions in the comments. Winner will be announced on our community tabs on 3/28. All right, so taking this metal flower, it had something else on it. I don't remember what it was because I took it apart. But I'm taking Nantucket Blue. We are going to give this 2 coats of the Nantucket Blue. I decided to do it this way instead of spray painting it because I wanted the matte color on it. Now, speeding up, this had a texture, the petals did, so I wanted to make sure I make them pop by distressing them with my white. So we do that here, easy peasy. Dollar Tree sign, we're gonna take it apart. Then I take my mini plaid brush and I try painting this and I'm like, girl, you are a mess. Get a normal size paintbrush. So I do that. I'm gonna do 1 coat, let it dry. Now taking some ribbon that was from the mystery box, I'm gonna make a border with this on the top and the bottom. So I just hot glue it directly to the back. Easy peasy, Dollar Tree squishy. And we're gonna do the same thing for the bottom piece as well. Super cute, super simple. All right, so then taking the polka dot ribbon, I am going to be cutting the wire off of the sides because I wanted it thinner than the ribbon that was already laid down. All right, so we're gonna do the same thing. We're just attaching it to the sides and the back. Don't worry, we're gonna cover all of this up here. There we go, finishing the top up. Okay, so then you guys, I cheated. I totally cheated. This is cheating. Or is it just being smart? I don't know. But I'm taking that blue raffia and I'm going to use it to hang our sign. That's, you guys, okay. I think it's smart. That's what I'm going to say, not cheating. And I just double knot it in the back. It is really thin, so that's why I'm tacking it down with a little bit of hot glue so to make sure that it stays. All right, so after that's all done, we are going to get our flower. This right here is actually wire that I took out of the ribbon. And I'm just attaching it to the sides here. And I like that it was silver and super thin, so you couldn't see it at all. Not that it matters because we're gonna cover it up. I don't know why I said that. Okay, so we're gonna put it on both sides. Now I realized at this point that the flower was kind of hollow in the middle. So we needed something back there to be able to attach the flower to the sign. So what does your girl do? She grabs the pineapple little sticky things. Now, make sure you put super glue on these too, because we all know how hot glue and metal get along. They don't. So, attach super glue and hot glue. I just layer these up. I'm going to put one more on top here. I'm just going to hot glue that one on since it's just on top of the wood. And now we have something to adhere the flower to the sign. Easy peasy, right? Now make sure you get it even, because I didn't do that, and you'll see why you want it even. I got the turquoise beads from the bag. I spray painted them blue. I put them on the wire, and then I'm just kind of pulling that wire pretty tight, putting some hot glue. Then I took one of those slices sticker things, and that is what I use to hold the wire down in the back. Now this is why I say make it even, because there's definitely more beads on the right side than the left side, but you know what, we can't all be perfect, right? Okay, and then I just distressed those down because I did use the spray paint so that they were kind of glossy. Now, you guys, we're covering the backs. Y'all called me out on my last DIY video. You guys know I have to cover the backs, but on that Cricut video, I didn't cover the backs, and I definitely heard it. So thank y'all for keeping me on my toes. Okay, so this is where, you guys, I feel like sometimes when I'm doing these YouTube videos, I'm like, I personally love the simplicity of that sign just as it was, but I'm like, people are going to be bored. People want to see more. People want extras. So I was like, you know what? Let's just do a messy bow then. So let me know after seeing it this way versus with the messy bow, how you preferred it, because I really liked it just as is, but it still looks really cute with the messy bow. So I cut, you guys, 4 pieces out of each of these ribbons. Then I grabbed this ribbon that one of my subscribers, Teresa, sent me. Thank you so much. And you're just gonna start stacking these on top of each other. I even cut some of the ribbon in half. And this, you could use any color, any kinds of ribbon. Possibilities go on and on with messy bows. Now I'm gonna grab my little mini zip tie here. You could also just tie it off with twine too, that works. And I'm gonna cut that back off. And then taking the smaller ribbon, gotta cut those down. Those were way too long. Taking the skinnier of the ribbons, I'm gonna wrap that around twice to cover my zip tie. Tack it off in the back with some hot glue. We're gonna, no girl, you don't need to add no more, okay? Just stop. I'm gonna attach it to the left side of our sign with some hot glue. And here we go. This is how it turned out. Let me know. Did you like it simple, or did you like it with the messy bow? I feel like this was really different than what I usually do. I don't know why, but I still like it. Let me know how you guys feel about it. All right, so going into our last DIY, y'all. These gave me some grief. Let me tell you guys, it took me 2 days to even figure out what I wanted to do. I just finished this the night before this video came out, and I even posted on our Unicorn Dust Designs group. All of you women gave me so many great ideas, so I really appreciate it because I was absolutely stuck. So these are the leprechaun pots that were sent to me. I am going to paint all of these white. Now I did a sample one first, and I only painted the bottom half of the pot white and then left the middle black, but you can see through the twine. So that's why I decided, you know what, I'm gonna paint all of the pot white. Then taking these little bowls, these are from Dollar Tree. You can find them in a 12-pack in their party section. I paint these white. We do 2 coats on all 4 of these items. And now I'm taking Mineral by Waverly, and you guessed it, we're distressing them down, adding a little bit more detail to them so they're not just stark white. Okay, so I paint the inside rim of this with chalk paint because I didn't want you to be able to see the glossiness inside of there. Now we're going to attach both of our pots together. I make sure I line up my handles, and then taking our twine, I'm making sure that I start underneath the handle. So as you can see right there, that way we can make sure we cover it up. So y'all, I'm going to go around and around and around. This, if you are someone that likes to do crafts and listen to music, you think this kind of thing is relaxing, I certainly do not, then definitely do it. So I wasn't going to put you through the torture. This is how it was after like 25 minutes. And now we are going to connect these all together to make our candle holders. Y'all, these are plastic. Do not use real candles. Okay, don't use fire like I am either. Use LED candles in these. and we are gonna attach them together just using hot glue. Make sure placement's good on these because they can get really lopsided very fast. All right, so I'm just attaching the top and we are all done. Now y'all, I so debated not even putting this in my video, but I was like, you know what, just because I'm not absolutely in love with these doesn't mean they're not somebody else's style. So I hope they're, even if it's just one person out there, I hope this is somebody else's style. You guys, thank you for joining this hop today. Make sure to click the link in my description box to see who I sent my mystery box to, and make sure to answer that mystery question as well. I hope you have a good week. I'll be back on Thursday for a Dollar Tree haul. I hope you have a good one, you guys. Fast one. Hi everyone, welcome back to Unicorn Dust Designs. I am very excited because that's what you get for trying to go fast. Okay. Get on in it. Get on in it. Kinda. That was the first DIY. I hope you liked it. It has been a little challenging with these. No. I hope that date was right, because that would just blow having to do that all over again.